What is up, ladies and gentlemen? You're watching Criclytics Man vs Machine. In other words, banter with Brian. Watch his space because there's more to come. Yup, another day in the IPL, another show of Criclytics Man vs Machine. It's that show where, yup, you guessed it, we put the man to the test in terms of the Prince of Trinidad, Brian Lara, against the Criclytics robot, and it's been an interesting time so far in the IPL, not just the games, but even in the show. There's quite a few which has gone wrong. Brian, first up, we are of course previewing the Punjab versus Chennai encounter in this one. Let's get straight into the mix because I want to pick your mind about Chennai's batting order. Do you think they should propel Sam Curran up the order given the fact their constraints up front?
Well, Sam Curran is capable to bat anywhere. He's got a beautiful technique. He's got a great flow with the bat. And, when he makes contact, even though he's a small guy, it goes the distance. I would be a little bit worried, though, the fact that the fast bowling trio from Punjab's Kings, Shami, Jai Richardson, and Meredith, they are pretty impressive and very attacking bowlers. So, does he have the technique for that particular attack? I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's something to consider against the right attack. I don't believe that he should be put there against such a strong opening attack. The first 6 to 8 overs going to be treacherous for the batsmen against such attack. I know it's a batting paradise, but these guys are capable of really stepping up the pace, and it could be uncomfortable if you don't have the correct technique to face them.
Yeah, a lot of points to consider. Let's move on to Punjab Kings right now because you named those 3 fast bowlers who've been immaculate up front, but there's one bright shining star for the Punjab Kings, and that's Arshdeep Singh. How much has he impressed you, Brian? Because he's one of those young bowlers thriving in the toughest T20.
Great pace, consistently, but he's got a head on his shoulder and he knows what he's doing. And that's pretty impressive for a young fast bowler. In this type of cricket where, you could be taken apart at any point in time, the world's best batsmen are in this league. And he is pretty much holding his own. So I'm very, very impressed with him. And I believe that he's got a bright future. Very confident, a young man as well.
Yeah, and KL, the captain himself, admitted that he goes to him, and that's just amazing at this age to kind of get this particular brand and tag behind you. Let's of course put you to the test with a 1-minute pitch before we move on to the Criclytics right now, and it's about your compatriot Brian Lara. He was exceptional in terms of any of the bowlers in the death, especially in the bowlers graveyard, which is the Wankhede Stadium. He went for 1 for 28 in 4 overs. Is this a strategy other bowlers should employ, just wide of off stump? We saw that a deliberate ploy being executed perfectly
at the right time. If you got an attack that it's not very penetrative, and you look at the Chennai Super Kings attack, they need the ball to swing. There is no swing on offer. Sam Curran needs a swing, Chahar needs swing, and if it's not an offer, it's a very pedestrian bowling attack. So yes, you can change to that line, but that line is very sort of negative. That's if you trying to close up a game with the ball, bowling first to sort of limit the opposition, bowling wide Yorkers. But early up, you got to look for a little bit of seam movement, a little bit of swing to see if you can pick up some early wickets. The stage that Brian Lara came on to bowl, after the 10th over, maybe even length to 12th over, it was pretty much a situation where he had to try to starve the batsmen. They were looking so good. They had to try to starve the batsmen of runs, and that's an option that you can use also with the slower ball. Dwayne Bravo is an experienced customer. He's been around for quite some time, so we expect that from him. But I think that the attack that CSK has, they need a little bit more punch. And to me, I would have Tahir in the attack. You have to bring a wicket taker into that attack. It is too pedestrian. Even if it is at the expense of Faf Duplessis, I still feel that Tahir has to play.
Yeah, only time will tell, of course, with Tahir or even Behrendorff in the mix. I don't think Behrendorff might get the nod for this one, but guys, it's an interesting match, alright. You can read more on cricket.com because there's a sensational preview coming along. But let's skip on to the Criclytics Man vs Machine right now, Brian, because it's you against the robot essentially, and you've gone away with a 10-4 lead. We'll start with the batsmen. Now there's a plethora of batsmen to choose from. There's Gale, there's Hooda, there's of course Faf, there's Rituraj, Gaikwad in the mix as well. Amity Raidu, Suresh Raina. I've thrown you all the names possible. I want you to think about it and tell me who you're going to go for.
Yeah, there's a lot of names in there, and I'm going to go with Agarwal. Is that possible?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I love the fact that you picked someone that I haven't mentioned, which just shows that you've been doing your research, in particular using the cricket.com Criclytics research there. But why Agarwal?
I just think that obviously he's the more aggressive player in the opening pair with KL Rahul. Yes, he stepped away, got a nick, got caught behind, but he's someone that if both batsmen say face 6 to 10 overs, he would have a lot more runs because his job is really and truly to get things going. Little bit riskier than KL Rahul, so the option is that he can go in and be back out in a quick time. But I think that what you're going to see in this tournament, just like David Warner, you're going to see guys fail in the first, score runs in the second. And that's one of the reasons I'm backing Agarwal. He wouldn't want anybody to get too far away from him. He is a run machine when he's in form.
He is a run machine. I'll give you another stat which will help you believe that Agarwal will back this one, because he has one of the most high strike rates in terms of playing spin, especially early on. So let's move on to the bowlers then. And yet again, it is Dwayne Bravo who Criclytics thinks, of course. What do you think about that? Do you think Bravo will probably pocket the most wickets here?
I think when you look at the attack, how I look at it is where the opposition think they're going to score most runs. And I think it will be the other 4 bowlers, so not Bravo. What do you do against Bravo? Okay, he might be economical, but you don't give him your wickets. You don't take too much chances. So he's not going to be my choice for the most wickets in this match. I think the most sensible bowler, it looks like to me, looking at Punjab Kings' first match, I like Jai Richardson. I think that his slow ball, the way he got Joss Buttler bowled, I think he's someone who can pick up 2 to 3 wickets in this match.
Yeah, they've invested quite a heavy amount of price on him. Well, of course, we'll wait and watch what happens with how he goes about in this season. So you've stuck with Jai Richardson, and Criclytics, of course, gone for Dwayne Bravo. Let's see how that pans out. And all-rounders, because again, this tough choice here, because you take a look at Moeen Ali, Sam Curran, who were you big a fan of course, the last time out. You're sticking with Sam Curran, Brian?
I think Sam Curran is going to be consistent, and that's what I'm looking for. Someone who's going to be consistent. He is a hard trier. He's going to give you 110%. Things may not work out for him on a particular day or game, but I think what I can rest assured is that he's going to give me 100% for my selection, and I'm going to stick with him.
Okay, so Moeen Ali and Sam Curran, quite different from what Brian thinks to Criclytics. Let's, of course, move on to the wicket keepers, and here is where you can have the options of MS Dhoni, KL Rahul. Of course, there's Nicholas Pooran in the mix too. Who are you going to go for, Brian?
I think it's going to be MS Dhoni. I think MS Dhoni is the sort of guy that
is some call. I'm sorry to interrupt. That is some call. I think we all need to pause and just soak this in. Are you sure, Brian?
Yeah, because again, I'm going for someone who didn't perform in the first game and coming back for the second. Now, if I pick Agarwal to be my top run scorer, and there's an early loss of a wicket for Punjab Kings, then it's got to be KL Rahul. But he's in a bit of form. He looks good. Great technique. He's one of my favorites. But I'm just looking at who is feeling embarrassed at the moment. Who knows that? Who needs it more? Dhoni needs it more, and I believe I'm going to get that little extra from him.
That is a bold call, and of course, MS Dhoni fans will be just super happy that you have gone for the man himself. Finally, do you think Dhoni himself will win the match? Because I'll tell you what Criclytics thinks. 53% win predictor, Chennai Super Kings in this one. Are you going to side with the machine?
I'm not gonna side with the machine. I'm gonna go Kings Punjab. I know I was giving a little bit of a hint a few days ago about teams that are going to be all square after the second rounds with a win and a loss each. Well, that was spoiled by SRH. But I just feel that the momentum that Punjab Kings has, their performance last year of not doing very well in the first round and picking the pace up in the second, still not qualifying, and qualifying, that it'd be difficult to just knock them off and say, they're going to lose this match. So I'm going to go with Punjab's Kings winning this match.
We love it. We absolutely love it when you go against our Criclytics machine, and it's often the fact that you're winning which is just embarrassing us and just putting egg on our face. But it's fine. We'll take it on the face, because at the end of the day, I think the Criclytics machine is too smart and will catch up, because it, of course, learns according from game to game. We'll leave it there, Brian. It's been yet again a riveting chat to pick your mind, not about just the Criclytics part, but of course the match too. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Yep, Brian Lara just alluding to the fact that Criclytics is one of the best machines to get on the cricket.com app. As simple as that. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you soon.